All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here on Skyline playing some domination in the 10v10 mosh pit, and I just wanted to get on here to talk about the tweet, or I should say the dev talk that Call of Duty, or Treyarch actually, what Treyarch put out today. So they made this dev talk talking about Black Ops 7 and some of the changes they made compared to the beta they held about a few weeks ago. And so if you haven't seen the tweet yet, I'll pop it up on screen. But here's some of the things that they talked about. So you no longer need the dexterity perk to ADS while sliding, diving, and wall jumping, though it will help out even more if you do put on that dexterity perk. They've adjusted the footsteps, make them a bit louder. They also increased the slide speed and distance. We'll have to see how drastic that is once the game does come out. It is currently October 22nd, so it'll be out in about, 3 weeks? Very excited for that release. I've kind of just been playing Black Ops 6 and Modern Warfare 3 to pass the time. Trying to get back into that COD groove. I might hop on maybe some Cold War, maybe some Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 was definitely what, to me, felt the most similar to Black Ops 7. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the way the guns felt. Some of the movement, not the wall running, but the movement in general, the way the guns felt. Kind of the flow of the game. I know a lot of you didn't really stick around or maybe haven't even played Black Ops 4. Black Ops 4 was actually really fun. I just got super burnt out of it really quickly. I kind of just hit Prestige Master and never really touched it again. I played some of the zombies because the zombies, honestly, super underrated. Honestly, if Black Ops 4 came out today, I think it would be praised more by the community just because of the state that Call of Duty is in right now. And that kind of ties back to my point, what it says in the title about how Black Ops 7 could potentially be reviving Call of Duty since they are actively listening to the community, which is always something that you want to see in a game development studio. It shouldn't have really been an issue in the first place. Game studio should always be listening to the community, listening to their feedback, because that's really what makes the best game for everybody. Getting back to this tweet, they also adjusted the mantling speeds, make them a bit faster. Another one of those things like the slide speed and distance where we're just gonna have to see what it's like on launch. They changed around some of the perks to put them in different slots, which I really like. I felt like some of the perk slots were definitely had way more options than the other ones. For example, for what I mean by that, like say perk 1 had a bunch of perks that you would want to use, but you could only use one. And they moved some of those perks over to perk slots 2 and 3. That way you can use the better combination, I guess, if you want to put it that way. Or more combinations of those perks. You could use more of what you want and not be restricted to only being able to use one of them. Lastly, they announced some aim assist changes coming. I know they said something about close ranges being heavily favored in controller battles. So if it's controller versus mouse and keyboard, controller was heavily favored over the mouse and keyboard. I don't really know how they're planning on adjusting mouse and keyboard aim assist. I guess we'll have to see what comes of that. And then long range was favored more from mouse and keyboard than it was controller, which I can definitely see, since with mouse and keyboard you can be a lot more precise. Maybe they'll also adjust some of the recoil. Maybe that might help a bit too. We still don't even know. I don't believe we know all of the spawn weapons either. I don't believe we know all the launch weapons either. It'd be cool to see once the game comes out, or potentially if some of it gets leaked, what all weapons we'll have at launch, and potentially what weapons could be coming after launch in DLCs. I kind of wish they did away with the DLC weapons. I don't like having to wait all year just for, let's say, a PPSH, an MP40, or an M14, whatever they decide to drop, whenever they decide to drop it. I wish they would just release it all at once, and then the DLC just be, you know, like the map packs. But overall, Black Ops 7 is looking to be one of, hopefully, one of the best Call of Duties, or if not one of the better Call of Duties to come out in recent history. I don't think it'll ever match up. I don't think any Call of Duty game will ever match up to Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, even Black Ops 3. Like, that was just such an elite era of Call of Duty that could potentially just not even be matched with any game. I know there were some rumors going around that it might drop early, and it still could, but I highly doubt it will. Let me know what you guys think about the Black Ops 7 updates down in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.